What's going on, guys? Mike here with another quick protein hack, and today what we're going to be talking about is what kind of liquid to use in your protein shake depending on your diet plan or what your goals are in particular, or just in general what works best. And we're getting started right now. What's going on, everyone? Thanks for all the support so far. Thank you for checking out this video. And today what I'm going to be talking about is a recent blog post I came out with speaking in general about should you use water or milk for your protein shake base. So I wanted to make a video about it just for anyone who didn't catch that blog, and it's going to be real quick. And basically what I'm talking about here is, you know, when you make your protein shake, are you going to be using water? Are you going to be using milk? What's the best thing to use? Say you're going on a cut, what should you use instead? And what's the best liquid to use for your needs? So let's jump straight into it. And I just want to start off by saying, whatever you use, it's going to be great. I mean, it's a supplement. You're not sitting here trying to, you know, make some kind of delicious snack. Although you can, most of the time when we're taking protein shakes, it's after a workout or as a supplement. So the main thing is we're getting this protein in a way that we wouldn't be able to at the time, or maybe we just need some extra in our diet because we're not getting enough throughout the day. The two main things people use for protein shakes are water and milk. Now, the great thing about water is it has lower calories, obviously. It's just straight water and protein. It's great for, you know, going on cuts or if you're trying to watch your calories and stuff like that, but it has its downside, which could be, you know, it doesn't mix as well as the milk. The flavor is not going to be the same, and exactly what we'll get into with the milk. If the milk is going to be, you know, a thicker, higher calorie drink, it's going to have more protein because the milk has protein in it as well, and it's actually going to taste a lot better too. Let's break down specific diet goals and your needs. So let's say you're trying to lose weight, but you need protein because you're still exercising and you have to get your protein in, and you're taking protein shakes. So what I would recommend if your goal is to lose weight is to use water, or what I personally use, almond milk, because almond milk is a great substitute. If you're getting straight unsweetened almond milk, it's about 30 calories per cup, so it's not going to add too much to the point where it's going to make you, you know, really have to worry about it too much if you're watching your calories that close. So what I would do if I'm going on a cut, I'm going to use either water or almond milk. Now, say you're going on a bulk, say you're going, you know, trying to eat as much as you can. That's where you could use milk, because adding the milk in is going to add about the same amount of calories as the scoop of protein powder is going to add. So it's going to go from 110 to 140 calories up until the 300 calorie mark, and it's going to have a more filling sense. You're going to get a lot more nutrients in there that the milk has. And at the same time, you're going to be adding onto your calories, which is going to help you in your bulk, help you build that muscle, and it's going to be great for you. Another thing is, maybe say you're training for athleticism, you're really active, you're burning a ton of calories throughout the day. You can look at that the same way as the bulk. If you're burning those extra calories and you're trying to make gains still, you got to make sure you're getting a lot of calories at the same time. So depending on if you're tracking your calories or not, which you don't really have to, but you know your body, you know how much you're eating, you know you're not losing weight, you know you're gaining muscle already, you don't really have to worry as much. And I wouldn't go to the water, I would go into milk. If you want, you can do the almond milk as well. I highly suggest that no matter what. Almond milk has been great for me. And at the same time, if you're going on a lean bulk where you're trying to like keep yourself into like a certain calorie mark, which is also good, water or almond milk will come into play again. They're also very great. But no matter how you look at it, it just depends on when you're using these and how you're using them. So if you're looking to have a meal replacement from your shake, then I would definitely go along the lines of milk, and maybe even, you know, adding some berries or strawberries, adding stuff into that shake to make it to an actual meal replacement. Of course, you can always just, you know, get like muscle milk, stuff like that. But if you wanted to do it all on your own, adding some berries, even throwing some greens in there that you won't even taste, is a great way to do it as well. So it just kind of depends on when you're using them and how you're using them. You don't necessarily have to use water if you're on a cut, if you're, you know, skipping a meal here with this shake, because then you're going to keep yourself too under, and you don't want to do that either. You want to make sure you're giving yourself what your body needs, you know, to meet your goals. So if you don't want to be too far under, but you're skipping a meal, then you could always use milk as well. That's why I kind of wanted to make this video, because it doesn't, just because you're trying to go on a cut or you're trying to lose weight doesn't mean you have to starve yourself if you're keeping your calories in mind and in check throughout the day. So it kind of just depends on when you're doing it. A lot of people like to take protein after they go to the gym. And a good thing you can do with that is, throw some oats in there, berries and stuff like that. You can make it into a pre-workout. You can make it to a post-workout. If you're burning the calories, you don't have to sacrifice that flavor just because you're trying to, keep your calories in check while you're trying to build muscle. If you're an active person, your body is going to be using a lot of fuel, and you need to make sure you're supporting that with the calories it needs to continue. Once you start doing that, you're going to see your metabolism is going to boost up. So little stuff like this won't matter as much. And if you're taking supplements, you obviously need more protein at the same time. That's the kind of thing you need to consider. What are your goals and how are you using the protein powder? Because that's really what matters, and it all depends on you. If you're eating your full meals throughout the day and you aren't getting enough protein, there's plenty of ways, you boost up the protein per meal, but you know that you don't have time. Maybe you have a job, maybe you have things to do, and you need that supplement. So yeah, taking it with water just as to get that 30 grams in, or whatever your protein has, is a great way. I mean, you can just chug it, take it down, it'll still work just as good. So if we're going to break them down from each one, talking about the benefits, we'll start with water. The benefits, like I said before, the calories are going to be a lot lower. So if that's what you're doing, you're trying to watch your calories, you just need more protein. It's going to be great, but at the same time, the flavor is not going to be the same as if you would use milk or almond milk. But if you're just going to be chugging it, or you're at the gym and you don't have any milk and you're going to make your protein shake there, it's going to work great. Just make sure you know what you're going to have for the rest of the day. The only downside I would say is like the flavor, and it doesn't mix as well. Just little things like that. And if you can get over that, then it's going to work great for you depending on what you need. The next one would be regular milk, whole milk. We'll say whole milk. That one's going to be great if you need some more calories, you need that extra fat, the boosted protein. It's really going to have a lot in there. It's going to be more like a full meal, and it's going to fill you up. One thing I missed with the water is that it probably will make you less bloated compared to the milk, which might make you a little more bloated. Not anything to worry about too much. If you're keeping your calories in check, you should be fine. And they're both great. They both just have different uses. Now, the middle point and why I said I love it is almond milk. The almond milk really, in my experience, it's unsweetened, unflavored. Basically, you can taste it a little bit, but it's going to have enough thickness to create a delicious shake. And at the same time, it's not going to add a ton of calories. So that's my go-to. Even when I'm making like a full smoothie shake and I'm adding a bunch of other stuff in, yeah, the almond milk is really going to work well for you, whether you're trying to watch your calories or not. It's going to mix really well. It's going to taste delicious. Any kind of milk substitute like that. I found cashew milk that works really well. It gives it a different flavor. There's coconut milk. There's all kinds of non-dairy milks out there that you can use that are still going to do great for you and your goals. The next one that I'm going to talk about is coffee. Now, you can mix it directly into your coffee, kind of like a powdered coffee mate, something like that, where you're going to mix it in. It's just the thing for me is if it's hot coffee, it's not going to mix very well. It's going to stay really clumpy. So what I always do is you either take a little bit of coffee into your protein shake. For example, like this smoothie blender I have right here, the Magic Bullet. If I were to make a protein shake with this, but I'd probably fill it, just about like half a cup with the coffee, and then put the protein powder in, blend it up real good, and then mix it in with the rest of the coffee, and it's not going to have any clumps. It's going to be great. But if you really want to take it a step further, use that almond milk, or even if you want to go regular milk or skim milk or anything like that, 2%, do the same thing. Fill it up with about half a cup, put your scoop of protein powder in there, mix it up real quick, then pour that into the coffee, and you're going to have delicious, basically coffee mate creamer in your coffee, and it's going to be pushing up your protein. If you use milk, I mean, you're probably going to be close to 30 grams. If you're working out in the morning, that's a great thing to use before you go to the gym, or if you work early in the morning, you need that protein in the morning if you're trying to build muscle, so you can get it in the morning without having to worry about anything. Have a snack with it, maybe a carby snack, and you'll make a full meal out of it. It works out great if you're going to be using it in that situation. So it just depends when you need it, how you want it, how you need it. There's plenty of ways to get it done. You don't have to just, only use one of these. I'm just telling you a way I would approach it if I were doing a certain, kind of goal, such as bulking or cutting and things like that. In conclusion, just focus on your needs. Experiment is the number one thing, because you may think you like it a certain way, and then you try it this other way, and you're like, wow, I should have been doing this the whole time. So that's the way I went about it. I tried it with regular milk, and it was great. I just kind of felt like the milk overpowers the flavor a little bit, and you don't get the full flavor the same as the almond milk, because the almond milk has less flavor. It's not amazing on its own, but with that protein powder, it's awesome. And everyone's tried it with water before, and you just know if you've had it with water, you're trying to chug it. It's not the best thing in the world, but you know, it gets the job done, and that's all that matters. And make sure you guys check out the blog that goes with this video, because it has a lot more information. It goes into detail. I'm just doing a quick video to help support that blog and help anyone else that's more interested in watching the videos instead, but highly recommend you guys check it out. I'll post it in the description here if you're watching on YouTube. If you're watching on Instagram, check it out on YouTube and you'll see the link there. Or you can go to my link on my Instagram profile, and it'll take you to the homepage where you can find all of my blog articles there. Thanks guys for checking out this video. I really appreciate all the support I've been getting. I hope everyone's doing good right now with all the restrictions here in California, at least, that we've been locked down even harder again, and all our gyms have been shut down again. So hopefully where you're from, it's not that way, but you know, I'm working hard here in the garage gym, trying to stay consistent, you know, trying to make gains still, just using the weights that I have, basically prison style workouts, and it's been awesome for me. Really hot out here though, so hope you guys are all doing great with your workouts and killing it. Thank you guys so much for checking out this video. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on the notifications. That way you can be informed whenever there's a new protein hack out. That's all for today, guys. Thanks again for checking out the video, and I'll catch you on the next protein hacks.